and welcome to Eyes in the Forest, the radical new program that brings you the latest news, highlights and features from the Samsung King of the Hill Dota online tournament. For this week's episode, we feature some of the more uncommon heroes that teams have utilized in the competition. Rather than banking on the established prowess of the heinous Warlock or the devastating Shadow Fiend, some teams took a more unconventional route to taste victory in the battlefield. In this first of three-part feature, we take a look at some of the has-been heroes who have been once in the limelight but are now gradually fading into the obsolete limbo.
Ever get bored of witnessing the perpetually same batch of heroes doing battle? Do you get tired of observing identical battle strategies being played out by teams?
The Vengeful Spirit had once been a prize pick back in the earlier Dota versions, where her practical swap ultimate was the focal point of team's tactics. But an evident lack of raw damage output steadily found her disfavor among teams, who increasingly opted for other heroes with good damage potential.
Here we have the round 1 match between PhD and TFK of Group D. PhD gave their opponents a brief taste of the kind of deceptive maneuver that a well-executed swap can bring to the battlefield. It allows the Vengeful Spirit to deliver a callous victim right into the grasp of her allies for an easy kill, essentially reducing the size of the opposition before actual combat even begins. All this makes the Vengeful Spirit a perfect no-frills practical hero that caters perfectly to those who favor a supporting role.
The Silencer, often dubbed the one-button hero, had once been renowned for his ability to do just that, shut down the entire team with one simple press of a button. His global silence ability renders all spellcasting enemies powerless for a period of time, allowing allies to make a swift pounce on their vulnerable adversaries. His powerful glaive of wisdom attack transforms him into a formidable solo hero and makes him a terrible force to be reckoned with throughout the match. However, his relatively poor health and move speed, coupled with his questionable late-game potential, saw him getting progressively relegated from teams' lineups.
In the match between SKED and MCR, we see the Silencer of the Sentinel side being deployed solo, where he is most effective at dictating the flow of the game. Here we see SKED installing the Silencer as purely supportive damager, utilizing his deadly glaive attacks to optimum potential, dispatching adversaries while keeping under safe cover behind his teammates.
The twin-headed dragon was once considered the epitome of the solo hero, where his damaging dual breath could be put to devastating use against multiple adversaries. He was a favorite pick to take the dual hero lanes all by himself, often walking away triumphant from the clashes. But his basic reliance on spells renders him extremely vulnerable to enemies' countermeasures efforts, many of whom will simply enhance their spell-resistant potential or utilize silencing maneuvers to keep the twin heads of the dragon outbattled.
The Die Happy vs Boo Boo match of Group D shows how the THD can still be a force to be reckoned with. Utilizing his dual breath and ice power attacks to initialize combat, the THD makes an effective folder, soaking up damage and providing cover for his damage-dealing allies to dish out the hurt. The dual breath is also highly spammable due to its low mana cost, and it's effective for clearing out creep waves in moments.
So what does the future hold for these potent heroes who have lost their popularity to the ravages of time? Will future strategy trends see them being reinstated as the kingpins of the Dota scene? Or will they continue to fade into the background as more newcomers make their appearance? In next week's episode, we take a look at more of such peculiar heroes in action in the Samsung King of the Hill Dota online tournament. My name is Edmund, and I'll see you again next week.